if you want to become a front-end developer, here we have to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. Now observe very clearly. Here I'll go through that paint. Okay, now by using HTML. Okay, now by using HTML, we can create web pages or we can say websites. Okay, now by using HTML, what we can create? Web pages. Okay, now by using HTML, we can create the web pages, and we can see a few web pages. We have some content like that, may be images, that may be videos or hyperlinks, something, some different types of content is there. That the whatever the content is available in that web pages, that all the content we can add with the help of HTML only. Okay, now why we are using HTML? Tell me. By using HTML, we can create web pages and we can add content to the web pages. Okay, what I am saying, are you able to understand, sir? Okay, now by using HTML, we can create web pages and we can add content to the web pages. Okay, sir, done. Next, after that, why we are using CSS? By using HTML, we have created one web page like that. Okay, we have added some content also. Now observe, it's looking nice. No, it's not a colorful. If you want to provide colors, if you want to add styles, or we can say designs, then here we have to use CSS. Okay, now then what we have to use here? Tell me. CSS. Okay, now CSS is used to add designs, sir. Okay, now why we are using CSS? Tell me. CSS is used to for add designs to the web pages. Okay, now add designs to the web pages. HTML is used to create the web pages and add content to the web pages, and CSS is used to add styles to the web pages. Okay, now we can provide styles to the web pages. Okay, by using HTML we have created, and CSS we have provided styles. Now it's okay, nice. Now any functionality is there in this web page? There is no functionality. If you want to provide the functionality, by using JavaScript we can provide the functionality. Okay, now how we can provide the functionality? By using JavaScript we can provide the functionality. Okay, observe very clearly here. I'll write. Tell me first of all, why we are using HTML? HTML is used to create web pages and add content to the web pages. Okay, now HTML is used to create web pages and add content to the web pages. Then what about CSS? CSS is used to add styles to the web pages. Okay, now add styles to the web pages. Then what about JavaScript? JavaScript is used to add functionality to the web pages. Functionality to the web pages. Okay, observe very clearly in this case. First, now we'll go through that HTML. Okay, now first we'll go through that HTML. Means why we are using this HTML. Okay, now how many ways, like how to add the content, how many types of content we can add, all the stuff we will discuss. This HTML, it will take maximum 8 to 10 days. Next CSS, it will take 15 days. Next JavaScript, 1 month or 1.5 months it will take. The total HTML, CSS, JavaScript, it will take 3 months, sir. 2.5 months to 3 months structure. Okay, now now we'll go through that HTML. What is HTML? Okay, observe very clearly. First of all, HTML stands for, okay, now otherwise HTML is abbreviated as, HTML is abbreviated as hypertext markup language. Okay, now HTML is abbreviated as what, sir? Hypertext markup language. Okay, what I am saying, are you able to understand here? Okay, now HTML is abbreviated as hypertext markup language. Next, after that, here HTML is introduced by, HTML is introduced by Tim Berners-Lee. Okay, now Tim Berners-Lee. I'll write in caps letters. Tim Berners-Lee. Okay, now Tim Berners-Lee in the year of 1993. Okay, now 1993. Okay, observe very clearly what I am saying. HTML is abbreviated as hypertext markup language. HTML was introduced by Tim Berners-Lee. Okay, now HTML was introduced by Tim Berners-Lee in the year of 1993. Okay, now next, after that, why we are using HTML? So tell me why we are using HTML? HTML is used to create web pages. Okay, now HTML is used to create web pages and add content to the web pages. Okay, and add content to the web pages. Okay, what I am saying, are you able to understand, sir, here? Okay, now HTML is used to create web pages and add content to the web pages. Next, after that, In the interview point of view, there may be asked, okay, now there is a chance. The question is nothing but what is the latest version of HTML? Okay, now what is the latest version of HTML? The latest version, or we can say the latest version of HTML is HTML5. Okay, now what is the latest version of HTML, sir? HTML5. Okay, now next after that, observe very clearly. If you want to write the HTML code, okay, now if you want to write the HTML code, here we are using one ID called VS Code, Visual Studio Code. I'll show you how to install the VS Code. That all the stuff I'll show you. Okay, after that, after installing the VS Code, okay, now only I'll show you all the stuff. Okay, now the next concept is the file name. If you want to write the HTML code, we have to create one file or not. That file name, whatever the file name you want, you can create. Okay, now if you want your Rani name also, you can put, no problem. But here we have to save the file by using .html extension only. Okay, now how we can save the HTML files? Tell me. HTML files should be save with, okay, now HTML file should be saved with what? .html extension. Okay, now HTML file should be saved with .html extension. Okay, now before that I have explained one point. Okay, now HTML is used to create web pages and add content to the web pages. Say yes or no. If you want to add content to the web pages, what we have to use? HTML. Say yes or no. In this web page, like a few web pages is having, it's like a images or videos or some text or hyperlinks, some different types of content is there. Whatever the content you want to add to the web page, all the content we can add with the help of HTML tags. Okay, now all the content we can add with the help of what, sir? Tags. Okay, now so that's why we are saying here HTML is referred as a collection of tags. Okay, now HTML is referred as what, sir? Collection of tags. Okay, now what I am saying, are you able to understand? Immediately you may ask another one question. First of all, what is a tag? Okay, now what is a tag? Say yes or no. Whatever the content you want to add to the web page, we can add with the help of what? Tags only. Here the tag is nothing but, this is nothing but opening markup. Okay, now next, this is the what, sir? Closing markup. This is the opening markup and this is the closing markup. The opening markup and closing markup, this is nothing but tag. Okay, now this is nothing but what, sir? Tag. You can observe very clearly just here, opening one brace and closing brace. This is a opening brace. Okay, now this is what, sir? Opening brace. Next, this is here we have one slash. This is a closing brace. Okay, now closing brace, or we can say markup also. This is a opening markup. This is a closing markup. Okay, now next, if you want to add any content, we can add with the help of what? Tags only. So that's why HTML is referred as a collection of tags. Okay, now next of all, what is a tag? Tag is nothing but the opening brace and the closing brace and in between the content. Okay, now that is nothing but tag. First of all, observe very clearly what I am writing here. In HTML, there are two types of tags available. Okay, now there are two types of tags available. What are the two types of tags? Is nothing but the first one is a paired tag. Okay, what is the first one here? Paired tag. Next, after that, the second one is an unpaired tag. What is the second one here? Unpaired tag. There are two types of tags. The first one is a paired tag and the second one is an unpaired tag. Now first we'll go through that first one, that is nothing but paired tag. Okay, now what is a paired tag is nothing but, what is a paired tag is nothing but, observe very clearly, the tag which is having, the tag which is having both, the tag which is having both opening brace and closing brace. Okay, now the tag which is having both opening brace and closing brace is known as what, sir? Tell me. Is known as paired tags. Okay, now is known as what? Paired tag. The tag which is having both opening brace and closing brace is nothing but paired tag. Okay, now next class, tomorrow class I'll show you. Okay, now tomorrow total class I'll discuss all the tag stuff only. Okay, now there we can understand what is paired tag and unpaired tag. So for that, here I'm giving some 3 lines of space. Okay, now I'll write the examples of that. For example, here I'll write one tag. For example, here I'm opening one brace and here I'm closing the brace also. Now tell me, this is a paired tag or unpaired tag? Okay, paid tag. In between that, here I am writing h1. Now tell me what is the tag name here? H1 tag. Okay, now this which tag, sir? H1 tag. Okay, now here the tag which is having both opening brace and a closing brace. So that's why this is a paid or unpaid? Paid tag. Okay, now next we will go through that second one. What is the second one here? Unpaid tag. What is the unpaid tag here? What is a unpaid tag? Okay, now observe very clearly here what I am writing. The tag which is having only opening brace. Okay, now the tag which is having only opening brace is known as what, sir? Unpaired tag. Okay, now the tag which is having only opening brace is known as what? Unpaired tags. Okay, now unpaid tags. Okay, here also we have few examples. I'll show you that unpaid tags also. Just we have like this self. Okay, now like this it's available. The tag is having only opening brace. That is nothing but what, sir? Unpaid tags. Okay, now the tag which is having only opening brace, that type of tags is known as what? Unpaid tag. The tag which is having both opening brace and a closing brace, the type of tax is nothing but paid tax. Observe very clearly here. The unpaid tax is also known as a self-closing tax also. Okay, now the unpaid tax is also known as what, sir? Unpaid tax is also known as a self-closing tax. Okay, are you able to understand what I am saying here? Okay, now there are two types. First of all, if you want to add content by using tags only, we can add the content. Okay, now tag is nothing but opening brace and a closing brace. There are two types of tags. What are the two types of tags? Paid tags and unpaid tag. Paid tag is nothing but the tag which is having both opening brace and a closing brace is known as paid tag. Unpaid tag is nothing but the tag which is having only opening brace is known as what? Unpaid tag. The unpaid tag is also known as what, sir? Self-closing tags. Okay, now self-closing tags. Okay, any doubts in this concept? Response, sir. Okay, now observe very clearly. After that, here we have a structure. Okay, now HTML structure. If you want to write the HTML file, first we have to add the structure of the HTML. Okay, I'll write here structure of the HTML. Okay, now structure of the HTML. Okay, now here observe very clearly. Here first here we have one line of code that is nothing but doc type HTML. Okay, now doc type HTML. Why we are using this doc type HTML is nothing but this is a document type. This is understood by the browser. Okay, now after that here we have to use one tag called HTML tag. Okay, now which tag here we have to use? HTML tag. Okay, the HTML tag is having opening brace and a closing brace. Now tell me this is a paid tag or unpaid tag? Paid tag only. Inside the HTML, there are two parts is available. Inside the HTML parts, how many parts is available? There are two parts is available. What are the two parts is nothing but the first one is the header part and the second one is what? Body parts. Okay, now observe very clearly in this inside the HTML tag there are two parts. What are the two parts? Head part and body part, or we can say head tag and body tag. Okay, now in that body tag and head tag both is having opening brace and a closing brace. Now tell me this is a paid or unpaid? Paid tags only. Okay, immediately you may ask another one question. Okay, sir, done. You said one point. Okay, now what is that? Whatever the content, if you want to add to the web page, we can add with the help of tags only. Say yes or no? Okay, done. Here we can add with the help of tags only, no problem. So tell me where I want to write the tags, inside the head part or inside the body part, where I want to add the content. Okay, now observe very clearly here. Whatever the content you want to add to the web page, that all the content we should add in the body part only. Okay, now all the tags we should write in a body part only. Okay, now clear what I am saying here. Next after that, okay sir, done. Whatever the content we want to add to the web page, the tags all should be we should write inside the body part. Then why we need head part? What we should write inside the head part? Inside the head part we should use only four tags. Okay, now inside the head part we should use only four tags, or we can say total five tags. What are the five tags is nothing but the first one is a title tag. What is the first one here? Title tag. Why we are using that? Why we are using this title tag is nothing but Here the title tag is used to add title to the web page. Why we are using title tag, sir? Tell me. Add title to the web page. Next, after that, style tag. Why we are using style tag? Here the style tag is used to write the CSS code inside the HTML file. Okay, now write the CSS code inside the HTML file. Okay, now each and every tag I will execute and I'll show you. Don't worry about that. Okay, here you can observe very clearly. Here I am writing title tag. I am opening and here I am closing also title tag. Okay, this is a title tag structure. Okay, I'll write style tag also. This title and style tag both is having opening brace and a closing brace. Say yes or no. This a paid tags or unpaid tags? Paid tags only. Next, after that, here we'll have another one tag called script tag. Why we are using this script tag is nothing but if you want to write the JavaScript code inside the HTML file, then we have to use which tag? Script tag. Okay, now clear? Next one, that is nothing but it's like a link tag, sir. Okay, now which tag? Link tag. Link relation is equal to style sheet. Okay, now link relation is equal to style sheet. Next, after that, here we have to write like a href is equal to, here we have to paste the file. Why we are using this link tag? Okay, now here the link tag is used to, if you want to connect the HTML file with separate CSS file, we have to link the file or not. If you want to link the file, here we have to use link tag. Okay, now don't worry about that. Here this, first of all, title tag I'll show you tomorrow or today. This style tag will discuss in the CSS, script tag in JavaScript, link tag also will discuss in CSS. Okay, now each and everything I will execute and I'll show you, don't worry. Okay, now first of all, what is the structure of HTML? First, doc type HTML. Next, here we have to create one tag called HTML tag. Inside the HTML tag, how many parts is there? Two parts. What are the two parts? Head part and body part. If you want to add the content, where we have to add the content? Inside the body part only. Okay, clear what I am saying? Okay, now inside the body part only we have to add the content. Then what we need to write inside the header part? Only four tags we have to write. That is nothing but title, style, script, link tag. Okay, now clear what I am saying? Again, observe very clearly. First of all, front end. If you want to become a front end developer, we have to learn the technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. HTML is used to create web pages and add content to the web pages. Next, CSS. CSS is used to add styles to the web pages. Next, JavaScript. JavaScript is used to add functionality to the web pages. Next, HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML was introduced by Tim Berners-Lee in the year of 1993. Next, HTML is used to create web pages and add content to the web pages. Next, the latest version of HTML is what, sir? HTML5. HTML file should be saved with .html extension. Next, HTML is referred as a collection of tags. There are how many types of tags? Two types of tags, paid tag and unpaid tag. What is the paid tag? The tag which is having both opening brace and closing brace is known as paid tag. Next, unpaid tag. What is unpaid tag? The tag which is having only opening brace is known as unpaid tags. Next, unpaid tax is also known as what, sir? Self-closing tax. Next, this is the structure of the HTML. Okay, any doubts in this concept? Response, sir. Okay, now here if you want to write the code, okay, now if you want to execute or practice the HTML or front end, then here we have to use app called VS Code. Okay, now VS Code. I'll show you how to install the VS Code. Okay, observe very clearly. First of all, here go to Google. What happened? Go to Google. Okay, otherwise open browser. Open browser. Okay, this is my browser. Okay, next open browser. Type VS Code. Okay, now type VS Code. VS Code. VS Code. Here I'll write VS, download and install the, download and install VS Code. Okay, na download and install VS Code. Okay, na first here open the browser. Just type VS Code download. Okay, na just type what sir? VS Code download. Here also I'll write VS Code download. Okay, VS Code download. Okay, next after that here what I want to type inside that VS Code download, here we have few options is available. Next click on that first option, Visual Studio Code. Okay na, next Mac, Linux or Windows. Okay na, Mac, Linux or Windows, you can click here. Otherwise directly you can install. Okay na, I'll give the link also. Just click here, just click the link. Done. Here the link is available now. Just click the link. Here we'll get the just click on that link. You will directly it will go through that link. Okay now. Next after that click on that link. Here the different things is available. Windows 10, 11. Next deb and rpm mac, different things is available or not. Now everyone is using like a Windows now. Just click on that Windows. Okay now, Windows. I'll type here next point is what sir? Okay, done. Second point, click on Windows. Okay, now click on Windows. Okay, again I'll type here, don't worry. VS Code download, VS Code and download. Next Visual Studio Code. Next here we have to click on that Windows. Okay, now directly it's downloading. No need to click anything. Okay, now directly downloading. Before that here, just you create one folder on your desktop. Okay, just you create one folder on your desktop. Okay, here I'm creating one folder. Right click, new folder. Here my folder name is, here I am writing front end. Okay na, otherwise here I'll write HTML. What is my folder name is here? HTML. Okay, done. I think it's downloaded. I'll check once. Oh, oh. Okay, it's download is completed. And next after that go to files. Here go to downloads. Already it's available here. Click on the downloads. Here the VS Code is available or not sir? Okay na, next okay, click on that Windows. Directly file will be downloaded. Directly file will be downloaded. Next after that here we have to install the file. Okay now, if you install the VS Code, just double click on that here. Okay now, just double click on that VS Code user setup. Okay now, next point, if you want to install, what we have to do here? Double click. Next, double click on the VS Code. Okay now, VS Code user setup. Just double click on that. Okay, okay, like that is asking. Just here you type I agree the agreement. Okay na, I accept the agreement and click on that next. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. Next after that observe very clearly, finish now, everything is completed. Next observe sir, here in your desktop one icon is available. Click on that finish. Okay, in your desktop here one icon is available. So okay, not required. Okay, now one desktop is available or not, here icon Visual Studio Code is available here. Okay, just again double click on that VS Code. Okay, now Visual Studio Code is nothing but VS Code. Double click on that. Next here click on that file. Okay, now click on that file. Here open folder is available, one option. Okay, one time setup this. Okay, no need every time, it is not required. Okay, now only one time setup. Just click on that open folder. Before that we have created one folder HTML in desktop. Just go to desktop, click on that HTML and select the folder. Here we have one folder is created na HTML. Done. This is the stuff. And every time whenever you are open this, whenever you are open the VS Code, you will get like this. Here you want to create the files. Here HTML is available now. First option is available. New file option. Click on that new file. Here file name whatever you want you can create, but we have to save with what? Dot HTML extension. Okay, for example, here I am storing like a welcome.html. Okay, now welcome.html. So like that I have created one file. Okay, now here I want to add the structure or not, say yes or no. So for that here I am using doc type html. After that what I have to create? One html tag. Okay, now after that we have to create html tag. Inside the html tag two ports is available, head port and two ports. Again I'll zoom in. Okay, done. Here again we have another one port is available. What is that here? Body port. Okay, now observe very clearly here what I am doing. Okay, a head port is available, body port is available. Okay, now here where I want to add the content inside the head port or body port? Body part only. Whatever the content we have to add, everything we should add inside the body part. Okay, now observe very clearly. Actually we are the very busiest persons in the world, say yes or no. So that's why every time whenever we are opening the file, you are typing doc type html and html tag, head part, body part. We don't have that much time. So that's why VS Code is providing a few default options. Just no need to write all the structure. Just type shift 1 and click on that enter. Now we are getting the structure of the HTML or not? Okay, now first here doc type HTML is available. Next here HTML tag opening brace. Here the HTML tag closing brace. Next this is the head part. This is the body part where we have to add the content inside the body part. I have explained one stuff. What is that? Inside the head part we have to use only 4 tags. Okay, now title already I have explained or not, sir? Done. Next here meta content is available. Meta is nothing but data about data. This data describes the web page. Okay, now whatever the web page we are creating, that web page data, if you want here you can keep some keywords also, the data, but the meta tag is not required. If you want you can remove also, no one will ask. Okay, now so here the title is available. Title tag is used to create, otherwise we can add title to the web page. Okay, now all the stuff tomorrow we'll discuss. So tell me again, I want to create another one file. How we can create? Just click here new file. We can type the file name, but you have to save with what? .html extension. Which extension, sir? .html extension. Okay, now clear. Next after that here we can add all the content. Okay, now just if you want to get the structure, what we have to do? Shift 1 enter will get the structure of the HTML. Okay, clear what I am saying?